ignoring damp and mold is no longer an option. The law now mandates landlords to address the root cause, not just the symptom. Stay tuned until the end, where we'll reveal the single biggest mistake landlords make that can instantly shift the blame and the repair bill onto them.
Sure. I'm Abs, this is Adam. Welcome back to our channel where we help property managers and landlords stay compliant and improve rental performance through our decades of property management experience. So today we're talking about damp and mold, a big issue obviously in the UK, and I think we should really set up a damp company ourselves.
Yeah, right.
The most common and costly legal hazardous repair issue in the UK, and let's see about how we can stay on top of it. One, what is the landlord's core duty in terms of damp? Under UK law, your responsibility for damp is non-negotiable. Legislation like the Landlord and Tenant Act of 1985, the Fitness for Human Habitation Act 2018 requires you to maintain the structure and exterior, the externals of the property, roof walls and windows to prevent water ingress, of course.
Yep.
Keep installations like heating, pipes, ventilation in good, proper working order, and ensure the property is free from Category 1 hazards, which specifically includes damp and mold growth underneath the Housing Health and Safety Rating System. The responsibility cannot be signed away in a tenancy agreement. If a problem is structural or due to the inadequate ventilation, it is the landlord's duty to fix it, or their managing agent on their behalf.
So, how to minimize the expensive reactive work? You must be proactive, especially when the Decent Homes Standards comes into play and is extended to the private rental sector, the PRS. We recommend inspections. Schedule at least 2 inspections per year. Critically, time one check for late autumn, early winter time, October, December, when damp issues emerge during the cold weather. We recommend a moisture meter, it's very critical, and also a thermohygrometer is also helpful. This moves the conversation from the tenant complaint to objective, measurable data. Focus your inspections on known hotspots behind large pieces of furniture, external walls, corners of ceilings, around window seals. Check the fans, check the trickle vents, all those kind of things where airflow and moisture can arise.
Sure. So next key point is effective tenant communication. Firstly, you can educate your tenants at check-in. You can provide them with a simple jargon-free damp and condensation guide, particularly for those who are not familiar with the UK climate. Explain the difference between penetrating damp, like a hole in the roof, for example, and condensation as a warm air hits a cold surface and it drips down. So that's something to make them clear about the difference.
So when a report comes in, never just dismiss it as lifestyle immediately. For example, don't just say, open the window. Instead say we will investigate it and inspect within 48 hours to see if there's a root cause issue that needs resolving. So provide solutions. If a property is prone to condensation, ensure you have provided and taught the tenants how to use the appropriate tools, such as effective extractor fans or small dehumidifiers.
Not telling them off, turn them off.
Not turning them off. Some of them just turn off because it's noisy. So, and or how to use trickle vents on windows, for example.
The biggest mistake a landlord can make that can result in hefty fines and compensation is failing to diagnose effectively the root cause of an issue, maybe just painting over the mold. That's not a solution. So quick fixes can also be very costly. If you simply wipe down and paint over surfaces, the source issue is still there.
Legality-wise, while AWAB's law currently applies only to social landlords, social housing, the same standards of timely and thorough responses are expected to be in the private rental sector very soon. So under the spirit of AWAB's law, a failure to adequately investigate and rectify the underlying causes of the health-related hazard will lead to an improvement notice and potentially civil fines, of course. Always use a professional damp and timber specialist for diagnosis if the cause is not immediately clear. If you need help, get some help. If you think other landlords may find this useful, don't forget to like or subscribe to help us help more property professionals stay informed and protected.
Thank you very much.